guys?
I think so. You know, 4 games in 7 days, and what we try to do was a little bit of everything. You know, a little bit of what we're going to see tomorrow, a little bit what we're going to see on Monday, a little bit what we're going to see on whatever it is, Thursday and Friday, I guess. So, and then just, we haven't spent a lot of time on, as much time on other aspects, so we try to do that.
What are you going to see tomorrow?
They're either going to play zone and pack it in, or play man-to-man and pack it in. They have to, just from a size standpoint.
So mention now they're not real big.
No, they're not big at all. So, and we'll see zone on Monday.
Since the guys are a little more upbeat past few days in practice, since they've gotten a little bit of rest.
They were really good on Tuesday and Wednesday. They weren't as good yesterday. Yesterday took a little pride. Tuesday and Wednesday they were really good.
Did you work with them every day this week despite the final schedule, or did you have a day off?
Sunday and Monday off.
Yeah.
Sunday and Monday off, we cut back time. We weren't out here near as long.
Yeah.
We were one day. One day we were out here. Other days we weren't.
How important are you stressing this stretch, like the whole Saturday, Monday matchup, since you're going to be seeing that a lot in the Big East play?
We talked to them about it in the Kansas State-Miami game, but shouldn't have to tell them all the time. It's a very different schedule this year. You know, we don't generally play Wednesday, Friday. You know, it's usually Saturday, Monday. So. At least we've done it.
When you're playing well, like you were, does it bother you to take time off, or does it give you a chance to recalibrate a little bit?
I don't know. With these guys, I think it's good because you have to continually reinforce things. You know, we did a really good job of rebounding, and then it slipped a little bit because we have blocked out as well, for instance. And so this gives us more time to get back to the fundamental things of making sure that we block out. We got to continue to work on rotations. We've played, you know, the majority of the people we've played it's been ball screens. It hasn't been any kind of blocking mover, motion kind of stuff where it's more where it relies more on ball movement and screening. So, you know, you go back and work on that. I think what happens is you play a bunch of games and you try to get ready for what's coming, and then all of a sudden somebody throws something at you haven't seen, and we haven't seen it in a while, and we're not near as good at it. So I think this helps us.
There are a few different formats that companies will use to conduct these holiday tournaments. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer like a straight tournament, or do you like these preliminary games at home?
Well, Chris's dad and I talked about this deal. It was foolish to take everybody out to games when you have that many teams. It's the best way for them to generate income. It's the best way for us to be able to really cover our expenses. You know, adjusting everything. I mean, if you do it right, it does come down to fiscal responsibility. This is the best way to do it. But you know, that being said, it's a wonderful thing. You know, every once in a while I go to Puerto Rico and have 5,000 people go with me. You know, I think it adds to the program for sure.
Good opportunity for schools to schedule games, get teams together. Maybe.
What's that?
This tournament, having teams.
You know, honestly, we don't see those other 4 teams. I mean, we're going to see the 4 in our bracket. We're not going to see those other 4. They play in the morning. We won't ever see them. Other than, you know, we play 2 of the 4 of them here.
time off help Pat Forsyth in terms of his back spasm issue that he's
He
been
was
having?
good. He's practiced.
Yeah.
He's practiced.
Are these the only 2 games that you'll play in that tournament?
No, the 2 in Vegas are in the tournament.
Where would you go next, or would you, do you know?
Las Vegas.
I'm talking about the 2 in oh, these, in other words, these here, these 2 here this week
These 2 are part of the
are
whole,
part of that.
Yeah.
I see. Now, how does the average person understand that? I sure as hell didn't.
Read your column. I mean, I think that's your
Well,
job,
Coach,
is
I didn't
to
know that.
inform and enlighten. I mean, that's what
I
you've
wondered
done for
why
us.
you were playing this team tomorrow night. Is that a Division I team?
Yes, it is.
I don't mean to be nasty. I
No,
really
they've
don't.
actually had pretty good. Perry Clark was there, and Ronnie Arrow was there, and now Willis Wilson's there. They've had good coaches. It's supposed to be a beautiful place. I've never been there.
Truck was named Player of the Week last week. He scored a lot of points. Is he playing well? Side scoring the points and making shots? And you like what you see from the way he's playing?
I thought he's played well every game but 2. I think, you know, and we've talked about it extensively. He forced things when we got behind and we were struggling, and he forced things which made things worse. He's been good. I mean, he's put in extra time. He's tried to take, I think, by and large, he's tried to take a leadership role.
Has his versatility helped this team a lot? You know, the couple games where he's had to sort of come on the point when you face a little bit more ball pressure, when the younger guys have struggled, to have a guy who can play off the ball and on it and
Yeah,
steady
I didn't
things.
think we'd give up the floor for a while there in Wichita until we put him back at the point. I mean, he should, though. I mean, he's been there.
Yeah.
You know, he's 3 years there and playing against the competition that he's played against, non-league and in the Big East. He should be good at it.
Do you continue to evaluate position battles at the 1 and 3s? You've played both rounds more.
That's what you guys do. I just try to figure out who can win for us. You know, it's like I told one of those guys the other day. He said, "Coach, I was better today, though." And I said, "Well, you know what? I need to lose about 30 pounds too, and one day ain't gonna get it done." You know, I mean, you want to play, I want to lose weight. You know, it's a matter of, am I going to do it every day, which is kind of the same thing for you. You know, if you do it every day, there's a pretty good chance. You know, if you don't do it every day, there's not. As much as I say I want to, I haven't yet. So,
How much does your 3 veteran players, how much do they have to average among them for you maybe to win more than 20 games?
I don't know that there's a set number, Mick, but 2 of the 3 of them have to play well for us. We don't have to have all 3 of them. Say some games maybe we did have to have all 3 of them, but we've got to have 2 or 3. The games we haven't played very well, we've maybe had 1 of the 3.
Like the last game, the Kevin, you know, he didn't make his average. Are they double teaming and triple teaming or what?
He had wide open shots. We had a timeout and they wanted me to change the zone offense, and I said, how are we going to get better shots than the 10-footers that KJ's getting? It's the guy you want to shoot at 10 feet from the basket. Why would you change?
If Truck hadn't had his career, he might not have won that game, right?
Yeah, Truck hadn't had his career, KJ may have made it. I thought we played pretty well. KJ just didn't make shots. I mean, he made every shot in the warm-up. I don't usually watch him because it drives me nuts, but I was watching him. He made every shot in the warm-up. And I said to him after the game, I said, "You made every shot in the warm-up." He said, "I think I wasted him." But he was shooting it well coming into the game.